So tonight we're playing on Bedrock Edition. The gasp! Is that possible? No, I mean I still play Bedrock. It's just that like we're stream create. That's just how we stream. That's just what we got to stream. But we're gonna be doing a new Silverfish experience farm tonight, everybody. And it's gonna be great. I think I can delete all of these actually. These were for an ad. Goodbye. Goodbye, backrooms. So, let's not delete the main testing world. That seems important. I want to load the world anyway. If I click on the world, I want to load the world. Honey's on an 85 stream streak. That's crazy. I think that might be the highest one I've seen. Archangel's also on an 85 stream streak. So, that's just like the day that they started the stream streaks then, right? Also, I found a new pink sheep in the world. I think this is our second or our third one that just like exists. We have this one Pico cosplayer. I just like randomly found it one day when I logged in to do whatever I was doing. I came on here to do I don't know something. It's been a second, and then we have a couple others. Let's see. That's a shulker box. That's not a pink sheep. We have what's his name? We have Pinky somewhere in this vicinity. Pinky is around. He's a free range wild pink sheep. Or it or she, I guess. I don't know. It's a sheep. I don't think we've gone that deep on the lore on it. Let's see. Well, that's a pig as well. It's around here somewhere. We're getting distracted already. But that's fine. That's still a pig. I don't know if I can load this area without crashing still, or if that's still a bug, or if it's going to explode. So we're gonna avoid that. Pinky's around, though. I know it's around, unless it got eaten by a wolf. I guess that's technically possible. I didn't think about that, actually. Clickbait? No, it's not clickbait. What's clickbait? What did I do? We haven't even done anything yet. Espresso Depresso number 2. I forgot about that. Yeah, Espresso Depresso. That was on Truly Bedrock, right? TJ, welcome in. So, yeah, this is what we're going to be working on tonight. We're going to be working on a new Silverfish experience farm. I thought it was in this area. Is it not in this area? It is in this area. Here we go. So, as you may have heard from my recent shorts that actually did, like, surprisingly well for, like, being super niche, like, thing. Yeah, so arrow killers are removed. So all of these previous farms that we had for the Silverfish experience no longer exist. They're not going to work anymore. And neither will the fish farm that I had. But that's in a different world, so I can't show you that one. So we're going to work on a new design tonight. And we're going to try and keep it as small and simple as we possibly can. I want to keep it down to a 3x3. Because 5x5 is okay. But we've kind of like... I feel like we've moved on from this technology. Now, there is the older versions of this. This is an attempt at a oozing slime farm. The arrows I could never get to work on an oozing slime farm. They should work. The mediums die on a harming 2 arrow, and so do the smalls. But like, if you drop a billion of the mediums in there, it just does not work. I tried and tried and tried and tried. Could not get it to work with arrow killers. Maybe I just like overflowed it too much. I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much though. I'm just kind of looking around at old designs. These are all old prototypes. I was having a lot of issues with Silverfish escaping and whatnot. This looks somewhat official. I have 2 of the real builds over here that I did tutorials on. That's a loading bar. We're getting a loading bar on Minecraft now. That's crazy. Yeah, so this is one of the original tutorials that I did. This is the first of 4. This is the first of 4 Silverfish farms that I've done. This one uses harming 2 potions, which is nasty and disgusting. We're gonna try to avoid that at all costs, and I think that'll be great. Okay, because that's not good. Flames on the streak breaker. What did I do? What did I do? The stream should be illegal. I started like 3 minutes early. Oh, did someone lose their streak? Did Longhorn lose their streak? On a 3 stream streak, no! You lost your stream streak. Ah, that's so sad. You gotta sign up for the stream notifications. Oh no! I guess you've been demoted to noob status. That's sadness. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to do a 10 a.m. stream either, but Exuma was like, you know, hey, listen, guys, we gotta stream some Mecha Chameleon. It was gonna be at noon, and then I woke up. I was like, I was gonna sleep in, but then I saw he's like, I'm gonna do it 2 hours early. Actually, I was like, oh, I guess I'll crawl out of bed and die on a live stream. And then no one was available for Mecha Chameleon. Literally, like, not a single person was available 2 hours early, so it was literally just me and Exuma and Fundy. Ellie jumped in an hour later, but he was busy with, like, work, so he couldn't be there for the start. So we just did Lethal Company. It was fun, though. It was fun. Anyway, so what was I talking about? I was talking about something stupid, probably. That sounds about on track. This was the Oozing Farm. This one actually still works. It would be cool to get a better design for that, but allegedly that produces, like, 365,000 slime balls an hour, so, I mean, I don't know if we really need a better design than that. I mean, technically, I mean, I guess we could do a better design than that, but 366,000 slime an hour. So we have more. These are the actual real slime farms that I've been, you know, heavily focusing on. So with the arrow killers, we got the first one is a 5x5. They are in there, and then they're oozing, and then they go out. This does still technically work if we want to check this out real quick. Can't really go wrong with it. It's fantastic. Let's see. It's effect. Type equals allay. Radius equals 20. Clear. Yeah. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I still like this design. A lot of the experience kind of piles up on the back edge, and it doesn't really get to you too quickly. Also, there's a lot of arrows on that one. There's 8 arrows. Not really a fan of that one. So we went down to a 3x3 design, which was around here somewhere. Did I remove it? Where'd it go? Is it dead? I feel like it might be gone. I had one with the allays. I must have moved it. No, I thought I put down a structure block somewhere. I usually try to hide a structure block off somewhere on the edges, so I can load the farm again. Is it just gone forever? Where's my structure block at? No! It's not in the corner? Hold up, is it underground? It's not underground? Oh, shoot. I don't know what the name of my Silverfish experience farms were. It's not in the inventory. I think it's just gone. I think that was the only copy I had of it. It's gone forever. Maybe I have another one, actually. No, I think it's over here. Hold up. I'm trying to remember. I'm digging in the depths of my brain. I think it's right here. I thought this is where I designed it. Apparently not. I think it's gone, actually. Well, it was a good farm, and now it's dead. So, I guess it doesn't really matter. Poof. Thin air. Deleted. Goodbye. Not worth talking. I guess it's broken anyway, so, like, who cares? But, I do try to keep all the old designs. It's nice to go back to old prototypes and see what does and doesn't work. And I don't think I had it over there. Shoot! Is he really just gone? Is there no structure blocks over here at all? I guess we can try guessing the name for it. It's gotta be something simple. Let's see. Load Silver 1? No. Silver V1? No. It would have been version 4. Silverfish 4? Oh, here we go. That looks promising. No. Not quite right. Not quite right. Technically, it exists, but not quite what we need, actually. This guy's just gonna chill out now? How does this work? What's gonna happen to these guys? Can I kill these? No, they're just gonna... I think they just live now. You can't kill them, right? Oh, no, you can. Okay. I thought they were, like, actually immortal. Sorry, buds. You gots to go. You're dead. I'm sorry. You're dead. Yes, please don't spam the chat. Thank you. Listen to the mods. And that's basically it. Yeah, don't spam and don't get banned. That's all there is to it. Anyway, so the other farm design was this one. This is the most recent one. This is also 100% a bug, but it's a good bug that we like. They're definitely gonna patch this at some point, but you know, you can do that, and then you can do that, and this is so insane. It's absolutely wild. I don't know how much health those armor stands at, but you can turn it off. So I would like to get something that's on par with this. I would like to get something that's on par with that. So you kind of have to use allays or armor stands if you want to do that, though. There's really not much way around it. Like, technically, you can do armadillos, but they're not as fast, and they also make the farm larger. I do have a new drown farm. It's on the YouTube channel. That video actually did surprisingly well as well. I didn't know there was so much demand for a drown farm. Let's try and get into the structure block, though. I feel like there's gotta be something. Let's go over to here and see what these structure blocks are called. Because I tend to keep the same name. I just copy and copy and copy structure blocks and just change the number. These are silverfish. Okay. Maybe I did like silver farm. Oozing slime. Hold up. Because I need the allays. I need the allays on the leads. That's what I want to use. I think we're going to go back to that. Because that one seems like the most, you know, reliable method of doing the farm now. What is this called? Silver farm. No, this is also silver farm. I didn't do silverfish farm. I just did silver farm. Okay. Well. What is happening here? What kind of redstone is that? That's ridiculous. I guess we'll just brute force try to figure it out. This is why I try to leave a structure block around, so I don't need to, like, forget these things. Okay, so it's not that one. It could be Silver Farm 5. That seems pretty large, though. I try to keep them small. What is this one? This is also the same thing. Well, I guess we could just rebuild it. It is an awfully small... I just overwrote it as well. That's annoying. I think they could add a better system for managing your structure files. I think that would be nice. That would be kind of cool, not gonna lie. Because I don't know how to actually manage them, besides just kind of going through the structure block. I think they're probably in the world files somewhere. But anyway, let's just build a new one, shall we? Now that we've kind of talked to death all the things. So I'm trying to do spears with this one. I think that's going to be the way to go. Technically, we could do TNT. If you light that, it will kill the mobs and, like, you know, be a thing and drop experience. But that sounds horrible. And I don't think we should do that, especially because a lot of places have TNT turned off, and that's also awfully expensive. But, I mean, you could let, like, 1,000 mobs stack up and then one TNT them all, which sounds kind of fun. We might try that real quick just for the fun of it. See how well that works. But otherwise, we should probably go for a spear. I don't know what kind of spear we're going to need, because these all have different, like, attributes and properties. I don't think we'll need sharpness, because we're going to have them dropping from such a height, whereas if they don't hit your spear, they'll just die of fall damage. So I don't think you'll need a very good one. You're just going to want unbreaking and mending on it. So that is going to nerf our rates, because quite a bit of the experience is going to go into repairing your spear. But we'll get into that in a moment, I suppose. Let's see how well this, like, TNT experience works. Because I've never actually played with this. It should be awfully simple, right? Might be time to learn how to manage those structure files. Might be. I'll put it off till tomorrow. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood? It could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood. You think that's enough silverfish? Oh, I think that's enough silverfish. I've never seen them just, like, glitch out like that. Oh, that seems to be enough silverfish, everybody. Yeah, so if you see this in your Minecraft world, that's probably a good sign that you should maybe turn on the killer. I think that's probably a good idea, everybody. So let's try out how to do this. I think we're just going to need a flint and steel. I mean, you could do the fire aspect sword, I guess. Hi, guys. Are you not going to spread out at all? They don't really seem like they care about spreading out. Okay, well, there goes that. And then we'll just drop that in there. And then we'll just stand right here. You know what? I don't think mob drops are on. Yeah, I don't think mob drops are on, actually. So that might have been all for naught. Because those guys over there didn't drop experience either, actually. Now that I'm realizing it. The silverfish don't drop anything, so there's no reason to have hoppers. We could do a piece of dripstone. I don't know how difficult that's going to be for people to get. I was thinking we just build it up, because they only survive, like, a 12-block fall or something. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I might make a version that's, like, slightly shorter, if you want to put a piece of dripstone in there. But we also need room for the player to actually attack those mobs as well. So, we'll see how it goes. Hi, buds! That looks fantastic. We are getting quite a bit of lag from that, so that's a good sign. 210 levels right now. Let's do, oh yeah, let's see, look at that. Experience, XP, hold up, it's XP, negative, wait, hold up. Negative 1,000 L. Here we go. How much experience are we gonna get from that? 1 level? Is that all we got? You have to damage the mob first? I don't think you can get Bedrock in survival anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bedrock and survival has been all patched out of the game. Let's put a little roof on this then, because I did see some experience go up and over, but I don't think it like flew like all over the place. How about this? So I'm not gonna punch any of them, and then we do that. $26 levels. Okay. Okay, so that does work. So the experience did actually fly up and over. Fascinating. Fascinating. That's not very quick, though, is it? Like, I mean, you just need a regular hopper clock. Just put a bunch of items in there. Boom. That's all you need. That's the great thing about hopper clocks. You just change how many items are in them, and it changes the delay. Easy peasy. So, let's grab one of these guys over here. There's really no structure block? There's no structure block. Dang. Unfortunate. Let's see. We're gonna save this. Silverfish 6. Silverfish 6, everybody. That's what it's gonna be. There's a zombie in here for some reason. That zombie is from the guy. Actually, we do need that command block up there. That's the one that summons armor stands. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Get out of here. I don't actually want you as part of my structure. Thank you. Okay. Let's go build over here. We're gonna get some prototypes going. So I guess first thing that we need to figure out is how many blocks do we need a silverfish to fall in order for the silverfish to die? That sounds like a great question, doesn't it? Why, thank you. I thought of it myself. I think it's only like 12 or something, because I was going to do one of these silverfish farms for wither roses. Because the other one that I have right now uses like chickens in the end dimension. It seems a little bit silly. So we're just going to go all the way down to the floor on this. And then light those guys up. And see how it goes. Maybe I'll just do like one armor stand though. That way we're not absolutely flooded with these guys. Let's see. Armor stand. Chuck that in there. Something around here is freezing mobs. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what it is. It's freezing armor stands, specifically. What? Yeah, okay. There's a command block right here somewhere. I do those for tutorial. Is it just lag? Because these just fell. What? I don't understand it. What? It's not those command blocks. Those are summoning Silverfish. I mean, I don't know what would be causing that problem. Well, I mean, there's armor stands in there now, I guess. Is that just, like, extremely laggy? Yeah, we're making one without arrows. That's kind of the whole point. Interesting. I don't know. Are they just, like, what's happening? It works over here. Works right there. Works right there. Doesn't work right here. Literally nothing is happening. What is happening? Is there like a billion silverfish right here, like piling up? Or something is happening? I don't understand what could possibly be causing this problem. Okay. It works over here, guys. And look, it's the straw bed. It works over... What is happening? What is the problem, everybody? Great, we got a super chat. Thank you so much. What's the current favorite cool Bedrock mechanic? Like, what is the current favorite cool in survival? I still like the weird bed one, where like you can sleep in a bed in another portal, and that just teleports you to your coordinates, but in the other dimension. So you can just like go to the farmlands using a bed. It's pretty fun. Trident Killer is also great. Okay, legitimately, what is the problem? Is it this one? It could be this one, actually. Could just be, like, just the wrong radius. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, I have a short and a video on that. There we go. It's just that one. Okay. That was so weird. It's just, like, just so happened to be the exact wrong radius for this farm. Yeah, Trident Killers, if they ever touch actual Trident Killers, we will riot. That is a promise and a threat to Mojang. And they're not allowed to do otherwise. Okay, so these guys do fall. And then you can technically get on the nether roof using like the bed sleeping thing as well. But there's no reason to on Bedrock. They need to really add that. And then it'd be nice if I could place in a block right there. That's great, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So they're dying all the way down to here. This is great. Can I put in a block, please? Literally spamming it with an auto-clicker. Okay, well, they survive at that height. We know that much. We're getting close, everybody. This is, like, the least efficient way to do this. What's happening? What am I doing? Why are we doing it like this? Actually impossible. They still die there. Okay, great. Our farm has gotten significantly smaller, everybody. Why don't we just summon the silverfish instead? I feel like that could be a fair compromise. That one dies. Yeah, see, they only survived like 12 blocks. It's really not that much. They're really quite a very weak mob, and that's the only reason that we got away with using arrow killers, is because they're such a weak mob. Now, I think if we put some magma right here, that would make them not die, or that would make them, like, die basically instantly, yeah. So that might be the way to go. So let's mark this as the actual death limit one, and then we'll put, like, magma block there. And then there's also the dripstone, because this increases fall damage, basically. So let's try putting the dripstone, like, to here. That might honestly be enough to do it. Yeah, that's enough to do it. What about that? We're doing. I think we're doing on that one. Yep, that still counts. What about here? Okay, that's the one that's too much. That one's too much as well. Okay, so we could have a dripstone right at this layer if you wanted to make your farm a little bit shorter. Now, do you guys think that dripstone is actually difficult to get? You just build a trident killer below the candle. Tridents are not really fast enough for Silverfish experience farms. Because they only killed the one mob, and as you can saw, the like body of the mob still like counts for something. It like it still exists for a second. Like that death animation, that still counts as a mob. So that really slows down the trident killers. All the sulfur spikes. You know what we should actually test the sulfur spikes. Also, yeah, the 1DT does sell the things. Let's see. Interesting. They don't do as much damage. We're gonna try that with this one instead. Are they supposed to do the same? Like, I don't know if they're supposed to do the same amount. I guess they're softer. They're quite a bit softer, I guess. So it does actually matter which one you use. It like actually matters quite a bit. It's still alive? Bro, stop. Die already. Please. Please die. I should just give myself strength at this point. Does it just, like, negate all fall damage? Because they do not survive that height on their own. Okay. So, okay, so hold up. So they die right there. And then if we put this there, they still die. Okay, so it actually does not increase damage at all. Like, it just literally does not matter. Good to know. Don't use the sulfur spike, everybody. Let's just use the dripstone instead. I feel like that's pretty fine. So this is going to be a relatively short farm. If we had them spawning right here, then they would die on that. So we technically have to move this upwards by a block. That'd be to here, that'd be to here, and this one be to here. Oh, not that block. That's the wrong... Get that off the hotbar. It's too early to be blowing up the build. Okay. Too early. Okay. So if this was your floor layer, that actually wouldn't be so bad. So now we need to find a way to actually kill them all with the spear, right? So let's put that block there for a moment. We're just gonna box this in with a bunch of glass and spawn in some dudes. So the stupid thing about these is that spears are actually kind of less than ideal like weapons because they take durability damage based on how many mobs you hit. So if we use a wooden spear right now on this guy, it doesn't actually use that much durability, right? But if you use it right here, well, we need to like actually hit the mobs. I might have to put some water in there. Oh no, okay, so we hit them there. And that did actually kill them all. But I think that might have done a bunch of durability damage. Let's spawn a ton of silverfish in there and see how that works. So lava and fire is going to make them die very quickly. But technically that would help, you know, because then they would die after a short period of time. But I feel like that's kind of more laggy because all the particles, right? Okay, so let's see about this. Yeah, see, it just instantly broke the stone one, and it didn't even kill them all. Yeah, see, like, all that durability is just gone. Literally 0 durability. Okay. So, it's not quite ideal. We could try iron. Let's see. Enchant, mending, and then unbreaking. This is kind of a mid to late game farm anyway, because you need potions. So I think a mending is fine. So you kind of got to get the aim correct, don't you? Like, we got to stand right here and then... Nope. Nope. What if I, like, from here? There we go. See, you got to stand far enough back that you don't actually pick up the experience. Which is not ideal. That's on breaking 1. What am I doing? I'm silly. Oh, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So there is another way to do it. Instead of the poke attack, you want to do, like, the hold out attack, right? So if we... get ourselves a minecart. We might have a way to do this. Now, we need to find a way to stop Silverfish from escaping, but also let the player, like, be in there. And the easiest way to do that might just be to kind of go through a slab. Kind of like, oh, nope, get out of here. So I did have strength, so I think that was was making the Silverfish die easier. But granted, they should have all been half a heart anyway. This seems very tedious. This is farm designing. This is farm designing. The final design won't be tedious. But yeah. This is what I do for every single video tutorial that I've ever made. Let's try a wall. 'Cause I want to, like, line this up. To, like, be able to get in here. That's not quite far enough over. Let's try a fence. And see if that works. I mean, I could just put the minecart underneath it there, I guess. There we go. But yeah, I want to be, like, slightly inside of here. Well, I guess that's a bug. Oh, hey, wow. That bug's still in the game. Great. Well, let's not use that. Let's use an iron trapdoor. Just to avoid that bug. Okay. What about that? There we go. That looks, like, reasonable. See, now this is kind of what I'm thinking. And now, how long can I keep that spear out? And it, like, still do damage, right? So the idea is that they'll fall and hit the ground, and then just die. And they won't have a chance to attack you or hit you. And then otherwise, you'll, like, stand here and just, like, have your spear out, and they'll just die on your spear. And then, like, you'll do mending and unbreaking, and then you won't have damage from that. So in theory, it could work, everybody. We're gonna need some armor stands up here, and to restart the system. Topical, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, we're not worried about dripstone right now. We'll figure it out later. Oh, there was nothing to support those guys. Well, that's a bit silly, isn't it? We'll put the candle back. Apparently you can't put candles underwater. Who would have thunk it? It's nice that candles can be floating, at least. Wow, that really made a mess, didn't it? Jeez. Water be like that. Okay, so we're just gonna do a couple of those. They're not dying of fall damage. I'm dying of fall damage. We seem to have made a silverfish cannon. Incidentally. Does this work? This doesn't appear to really be working. I gotta be further in, I think. Okay. Well, we know that it spawns silverfish, everybody. We know that it does indeed spawn silverfish. Trying to avoid potions at all costs. So this needs to be further in, so we're gonna have to use something like a pane. Which is kind of a pain. Well, as if I haven't made that joke every single time we ever use a glass pane. But you don't know that. You're not keeping track. Okay, that might actually work. Are we, like, actually inside of here now? feels like we should be. I feel like we're 1 pixel off from being inside of there. But we also need to move this downwards anyway, because we need them to fall to their death and die. We need them to die to death. Mildly important function of a farm, I think. When will the TNT blast chamber be finished? No comment. They're not dying. Why are you not dying? How far down do we need to go? I think we need to go to here, actually. Oh, we might need to go further because they're dropping out, like, midway. Yeah. Let's go to that. How about that? Now they die. We're gonna need more armor stands now, though. Because these ones only last for a minute, right? No, they're not bringing back arrow killers. You did not see my most recent short. Go watch it. It's it's like 40 seconds. Last farm ever get finished? Technically, yes, but I didn't make a video on it. I don't know. I forgot. I got distracted with like 10 other videos. Probably. That's my defense. So let's go ahead and put down the pain. I don't know where the pain went. The pain's gone. I got a million other things in my inventory not related to this build. Less pain. Minecart. Push it in there. And hopefully that's far enough in. If it doesn't get us far enough in there, then we might need to actually have the minecart be directly underneath the block. In which case, it might be fine. Well, let's go ahead and try this out real quick. So we will activate this. And then does not appear to be working. I mean, it is working. It's working great, everybody. It's just not quite working how I want it to. So let's try it right there. This should work, right? Surely this will work. And then if I get out, it just puts this over here. Okay, great. I picked up an entire inventory of stuff. No. It does still work, so all the arrow killer stuff, they'll still work for a couple more weeks until they release the patch, and then I'll have new tutorials out for the Silverfish farm, and then update video for the fish farm. This is the new Silverfish farm. I mean, we're working on it right now. We'll get it figured out. And then, yeah, new fish farm will not be released, but I'll have an update video to adjust the version 2.1 to use trident killers instead of arrow killers. Not really too big of a deal. Now, trident killer is not quick enough. I mean, we're getting like a bajillion mobs, so that's never going to be quick enough. You would need like 8 trapdoor trident killers. I don't feel like it's ever going to be quick enough. So we're going to try and use the spears instead. I think that's just going to be a lot simpler. As also, no redstone either. Right, let's try the other spears. What spears do we have? Well, the gold isn't going to work. I don't think we should try netherite. I feel like that's too expensive. So iron and diamond, I guess. Diamond, I don't think it's going to let you hold it out long enough. You need one that lets you like hold it out all the time. So you need like minimum, you need like a minimum durability spear. You need like the stone. How much durability does copper have? I don't know what the difference between like any of these spears is, but it's like minute. It's basically minute. So let's turn this on. They all die. We get in here. We don't take any damage. We hold this out. And then, really hard to see what's happening. We are getting experience, though. And the thing is not breaking. Yo, check this out. Oh, okay. This is actually kind of cool. Oh, and then they all fall. Oh, we're taking so much health. So much, we're taking so much hunger. You can't put giants in bubble golems. They're an underwater weapon, so they don't float. If they could, we would have been doing that the whole time. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. Spirits do take hunger. I thought lunge only took hunger. Weapons use hunger and durability on a per hit basis. Interesting. Well, stupid. Stupid. I do like that though. That was really interesting. Let's go ahead and oh, what's the camera command? Camera. Oh, I can never remember what the camera command is. I have it written down. Hold up. Where's it at? Yeah, the camera command's so tedious. Let's do facing this instead, and then we'll just get like Creeper over here. Because I want to see what this actually looks like without being in first-person view. So let's try that. There we go. I kind of want that to be a little bit higher, actually. Let's change this camera position down by a block. Sure, that'll work, I guess. You want to subscribe to the channel. You're wanting to subscribe and like the live stream. You wanna subscribe to the channel, right? I know you do. Okay, so let's try that again. Are we starving? We're not starving. We need to put new armor stands in this, though. I miss Bedrock. I'm playing Bedrock right now. What are you talking about? Sub Silent 2. I mean, yes, also subscribe to Silent 2. If you like these live streams, and you ever want to worry about missing one of them, subscribe to the second channel. That's where they all get posted. Lingering potions are absolutely horrible. They only affect like one mob and then they go away instantly. You would think they would just stick around for the full duration of the potion. They don't, because they're dumb. I hate them. Yeah, it's stupid. We're getting that Mega Wolf farm. Maybe when cushions get a little bit closer. That's actually a great opportunity to release that. Because I have that. I also just kind of forgot to make a video on that. Yeah, they need to add the gifting. The villager gifting on Bedrock too. You're right. That's wild. Wow, this takes so much hunger though. Oh man. This takes a lot of hunger. I mean, I guess it's kind of fine. If you wear armor, then like it's fine. We need a spear that lets us keep it out longer though, don't we? Oh wow, look at the experience orbs. They're flat. They're flat. Can you see that? Hold up. Hold up. No, you need to look at this. They're flat. Because they're rendered towards... Oh god, where's the FOV at? Why can't they just put that somewhere nice? They render towards the camera. So they're flat. Well, they render towards the player, not towards the camera. They're two-dimensional, everybody. Regen beacon. Yeah, you could do that. But also, I think if you just wear, like, protection armor, I think you'll be totally fine. Fascinating. Fascinating, everybody. Okay, for real though, why can't I just have an FOV slider right here and a chunk render distance slider? If we could have that in a texture pack, please! Because it's one button, scroll, two buttons, scroll, 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 FOV. On Java, it's literally pause, settings, and then just slider for FOV. So easy. I think it might even... No, I think it's pause and then settings. I don't think it's just straight up on the pause screen. Yeah, it's so easy on Java. Java is easier render distance changing, though. Like, I should be able to pin some settings. Also, please, Minecraft. Oh my god, please. Please, please, please. Add a search bar for the settings. There is 12 billion settings. There's too many menus. They go on forever. Please add a search bar. Please add a search bar. It's so easy. We have search bars in the game. Just add a search bar. There's so many settings. They keep adding new settings. Also, yeah, being able to pin settings. Oh, man. Quality of life updates, man. Quality of life updates. For real. What were we doing? We were doing something. Let's actually try... Let's try a stone spear. And let's try a copper spear. I don't think we're ever gonna get away. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try the wooden spear. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? It has mending on it. Mending. 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 You just can't use it for anything else. Unbreaking 3. Putting mending on a breaking 3 on a wooden spear. Kind of be a Chad move, but I mean, you can keep it out forever though. Like, it doesn't use any health, right? As long as it actually kills the guys, then I don't think it matters. Also, pro tip, when you're in creative, you still have the same health and hunger as if you're in survival. So if we just spam some health potions, boop, 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 you can see our health is all full. We can still eat in creative, and that fills it up in survival. It keeps the settings, but it doesn't, like, affect anything. And then also, I want to get some protection armor as well, because I feel like most people will have protection armor. And then that's going to help us not die from hunger. Projectile protection. Yeah, that's the one. Although you're probably not going to be wearing a chestplate. I just want to see. I'm curious. I also want to move this creeper up by a block. And effect, silent, whisper, clear. Because I wanted to get rid of that strength. Okay, let's try the camera again. Where'd that go? Kind of in the floor. Yeah, we should move the camera another block, actually. Oh, great. Now I can't one-shot kill this guy. Get out of here. How does this farm work? It spawns silverfish, and you kill them with a spear. And then we just have them going down to here. That way, if you don't kill them with spear, they just die of fall damage. But otherwise, we good. Also, out of curiosity, is this legal? That is legal. Okay, that's actually good for us. We might need that. Yeah, it rains silverfish onto a pointy stick. That's actually true facts. This looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get new stands. This is why I wanted to use the allays, because the armor stands like gotta be redone every time. Handheld dripstone on a stick. I mean, you're not wrong. It would be so funny if that was the crafting recipe for a stone spear. Why isn't that a thing? Why can't we just take, like, 2 sticks and a dripstone and a crafting table? Why doesn't this give us a stone spear? Why can't we get a stone spear out of this? It's literally a stone spear. I'm gonna tweet that out. Why can't we craft stone spears like this? Mojang? Minecraft? Why not? It's literally a stone spear. Like, bro. It's literally... let's see. Ignore the sub. I do miss notifications a lot, but I see them. I see them on another screen. Cisco, thank you for 2 months of resubscribing. And a 1-month streak. Is a 1-month streak really a streak? I don't know if that's how that works, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And with the Amazon Prime as well, taking money straight from Jeffrey B. That's the way to go. If you got Amazon Prime, go subscribe to somebody on Twitch. Otherwise, you're just helping make the rich even richer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how... Wait, you're on YouTube as well? I don't know how that works. A 1 month streak isn't really... Not really a streak, right? YouTube's ahead. Is there more stream delay? That's fun. That's funny. Hey, a wardrobe change. Very nice. I saw it. I seen it. I seen it. I happen to be looking at Twitch chat at the exact moment that it popped up. Let's see. Let's be Dan Rob's Probs. You guys remember Dan Rob's Probs? What's Dan been up to? What's Dan doing? No idea. I haven't checked in on that guy in a minute. What a guy, though. We love Dan Rob's Probs. So the YouTube chat is delayed. Like, it just doesn't show up as quick. But... I didn't press the button. But apparently YouTube gives you the live stream sooner. Did that not? I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button again. Oh my god, the wood spear works. This is so stupid looking. Bro. It's working, though. Bro, the wooden spear works. Consuming a lot of health. Oh. Oh, it almost broke there, though. I don't know if you saw that. But the time it took the experience to actually fall down to get to us. And for some reason, it's not like... There we go. I guess we could do stone. I think stone is the minimum. This is very silly. It's pretty good experience though, right? I mean, let's try the copper. Okay, it's over. I mean, 1 minute. I do want to do the allays. What about gold? I wouldn't trust that at all. So wood is out because it did almost break. But we can do with these ones. Stone, iron, copper. I think diamond isn't gonna give us enough stuff. Also, Fenris, welcome back for 29 months of resubscribe. We're in 3 in a row. I didn't mean to pickaxe. That's a good question. Yeah, how do you mint tools with this? Surely I have something around here I can mend. I tend to keep some low durability items around just for this. I think I have a broken elytra I can grab. Yeah, here we go. This will work. And we went too far. Man, I love these, like, command keybinds. These are so nice. Best thing added to the game. Best thing ever. Love that. So, if we had Sweeping Edge, this wouldn't be a problem, because we could just do it with an armor stand. But no! This is like our only way of doing Sweeping Edge. I think I saw somewhere in the chat, someone did set a Riptide Trident. I don't know if that's also Sweeping Edgeable, but maybe that would be Sweeping Edgeable. But I guess maybe we could try it. So for that one, I think all you'd need is a source of water right here. A little bit of water. Riptide's kind of hard to get, but I feel like every single time I want Impaling, I just get Riptide 3 every single time with the enchanting table. Riptide. Riptide 3. And I'm still actively starving to death. My bad. I gotta eat something, man. It's been like 5 minutes since I had a snack. Better eat a whole bag of Doritos. Just saying. It's a great part of a balanced diet. You know, balance means that one day you eat 5 pounds of lettuce, as long as it's not from Mexico, because you don't want to get the explosive diarrhea. And then the other day you eat 12 pounds of Doritos. That's just how that goes. It's a balanced diet. Okay? You gotta have the junk food to have a balanced diet. Okay? Yeah, along with an entire container of just straight Cool Ranch. Yep. Balance means I get to eat whatever I want whenever I want. Infinite saturation. Is it word ban? Oh no! It's... That's silly. That's silly. I did raise the price on that though. We'll try. That's apparently where the explosive diarrhea came from. Okay, I'm just reporting the news. It got traced back to like one farm. All the shredded lettuce. That's unfortunate. That's a bad rep to have. Of all the things, like, isn't that like a sign of the apocalypse? I needed a reason for you to spend some money, Salt. That's why. Okay. Let us try this. I forget to do this. I should put a redstone torch up there. Do these just like not work? Does Riptide just not work? What? Does Riptide just not work? Oh, it works here. Aren't the fires in Utah a sign of the apocalypse? That works. Well, if you look at the map, the entire country's on fire. I looked at the map a couple days ago. Every single state is either on fire or having smoke from its neighbors being on fire. I was hitting him up. Well, not very well. The only state unaffected right now is Hawaii. Because Hawaii's just chill like that. But Hawaii also had pretty bad wildfires a couple years ago, too. Droughts, man. Yeah, Canada is also entirely on fire. It do be like that. Florida's on fire. Multiple fires in Florida, apparently. What are they burning? Sand? Swamps? Not the gators! Okay, well that broke instantly. Right, this is the problem with this method. Get a loading bar. And mending as well. Okay. Let's try it. Oh. That almost broke it. Did you see that? It went down to like 1 durability. This does work though. Oh, it almost broke it again. Bro, that's crazy. That's wild. We did just get 70 levels. You really have to keep spamming this thing, though. I did not repair the elytra at all. Fascinating. It does give me a loading bar. So... we really need the offhand, man. We have no... that's right, we have no mending on the elytra. I'm stupid. Probably help if I did that. That's probably important, isn't it? I have no idea if we succeeded in that ban in action or not. I feel like I said it's probably 30 times, but we're going with it. Thanks for the points, Salt. Yeah, remove offhand from Java. Yeah, it's a parity issue. So... Riptide Trident's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like it's kind of expensive. But I think you'll get Riptide just from throwing that thing in an enchanting table, honestly. Yeah, even if we just put broken things in there just for repairing, I mean, that would be huge quality of life win. I don't care if we can use the things in the offhand, just let us put it there. An extra inventory slot, man. Just for fun. Like, we need room. Fascinating. I keep forgetting there's a button that we can just use. Okay, well, that did instantly repair it. I mean, that'll work. You need to wait for your thing to repair and then switch to another one. And then it's just like instantly repaired. That's crazy. You gotta have to swap like immediately though. It's getting very close to breaking. But it does work. Maybe we're using just too many armor stands. That might be it. Yeah, see, if you stand right here and kill them all, then it gets quite a bit laggier. I mean, this is a heck of a way to farm the mobs killed leaderboard. Let's see. You know what? Speaking of that, let's open up the Xbox app real quick, actually. Is this thing live update? Trident Killers should technically count as your own, as mobs killed. So let's see. Minecraft. Where's Minecraft at? I'm getting distracted real quick, but I'm curious. My profile. I think you gotta go profile. Minecraft for Windows. 97% achievement. So I've killed 1,489,733 mobs. Let's put that to the test. Is that real? Hey chap, hey Grok, is that true? It does technically work. Create a mode count for statistics. I mean, it must, because I have 2,816,357,930 blocks traveled. So, it must. Because, like, ain't no way I traveled 2 billion blocks in survival. I have no idea how that happened. 2 billion blocks. Oh, it did break the trident. Okay, well. I'm at 1,000. No, I'm at 10,000 hours played right now. Yeah, 1,000 hours. Like, huh. Thought I played a little bit more Minecraft than that. No, 10,000 hours. Just on Bedrock. Yeah, I mean, potions would still work. Off-camera walking, I guess so. So that was all in survival. So it was 1489733. Let's force close that app and then open it back up. 149733. Is that right? Something like that. Ever make a cobweb farm? That's basically this farm, but you just let the silverfish die of fall damage. I have a video actually on like the orbital slime cannon. Go watch that, and you'll kind of see what's up. It's like halfway through the video. It's like 20 minutes in. Let's see my profile. 149733. It does count. I missed a digit. So it was 733 and now it's 747. But I think it went up 1,000 because it's not 149,000. It's 1,491,000. So it did actually go up. Hold up. Let's just for science real quick while we're on it. 1491747. We're gonna go run the arrow killers real quick and see if that counts. Because I feel like if it counted arrow killers and trident killers, I'd have way more than 1.5 mil. Right? Yeah, being in a creative world seems like maybe it shouldn't count, but I'm actually kind of fine with it, because who cares? Oh my god, okay, so in Terraria, this reminds me of a tangentially related story. So Terraria Xbox 360 edition had leaderboards for things like items crafted. And there was a crafting loop where you could just fill up your inventory with one thing, craft item A into item B, and then craft item B back into item A. So I just did that for like 20 minutes one day and got to like top 5 on the leaderboard. It was like over 1 million items or something. And then for years, literally years afterwards, I would have people messaging me randomly from the leaderboard, because of course you could message people from the leaderboard. The dumbest decision ever. They're like, hey, you want to play Terraria? It's like, bro, I have no idea who you are. Why are you messaging me to play Terraria? Like, hey, I saw you on the leaderboards. You want to play Terraria? It's like, no! I like sabotage myself so bad for years just by doing that, man. 20 minutes just got me like years worth of DMs. There's quite a few as well. Must have been like probably 50 people. Crazy. I have 136 pending friend requests right now. I feel like that's from Java. I had to turn on friend requests for the Java thing to work. There's not a way to turn this one off, actually. I have a command to get rid of it. It's all the way up here at the top, though. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check these stats again. Let's just... Do I have to restart the app to do it? I think you do have to restart the app to do it. I mean, that was probably a couple thousand mobs that we just killed, right? Yeah, my greed was my own downfall. I know, I just wanted to be good at something. And it completely backfired for literal years afterwards. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, it did go up. So... Oh, whoops. My message just went away. Well, it went up by 3,000. So it does actually count arrow killers and trident killers, I guess. Okay, that explains, I guess, why I have 1.5 mil mobs killed. So that's good. That's good, actually. It should do that. So I don't want to use the trident because the trident did break, and I feel like that's not good. You don't really want that. So we're gonna try to avoid the tridents breaking. So that leaves us with what we had going before. Let's see. This is where they die on a dripstone. Okay, let's actually start to make the farm a little bit smaller. So I want to do a trapdoor there, dripstone on top of it, glass block. Then we can get rid of this entire lower area. Just like absolutely all of this. All of this can go away. None of that's necessary anymore. Goodbye. Thank you. And now we're just going to park a minecart in there. And that's really all there is to it. It should just be that simple. The minecart should just fit in there. I shouldn't need to, like, mess around with that too much. Yeah, there we go. It just fits. It fits and it sits. Okay, and then we can lock that in there with, like, a trapdoor or something so it doesn't go anywhere. And now, if we summon some guys, they should all die. This should be the right layer. Hold up, is this actually going to work? Yeah, so they all died. That's what you want. You want them to die quick. If you're not killing them with the spears, you want them to instant die. And now let's try repairing some things. I'm not sure what spear. I'm not sure what spear we should use. I guess we should probably figure that one out first. Like, what spear is minimum spear? I feel like we should just go for iron. But the stone and copper spears do actually, like, perform better because they let you, like, hold them out for longer. So I don't know. I also do think the idea of just, like, giving a bunch of saturation would probably be helpful. So let's see. Effect, Silent Whisper, saturation. Where is it at? Saturation and 9. Just infinite. 256. True. That's too high. 255 is the maximum. Because, like, 0 counts as 1, I guess. It must be at most 255. Didn't I just do that? Oh, that was the previous air matches. Never mind, I'm stupid. So let's try this again. Can I reach this from down here? I can. I can't quite reach that from down here. There we go. Right, so we're gonna try stone. Oh no, it doesn't work. No, because it's in my face. Right, okay. So we need to reconfigure, recombob this thing. So we kind of need to be... That's kind of gross, actually. That's low-key kind of nasty. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I like this anymore. It was all cool and fun and games, but now it's like low-key kind of gross. This should technically be fine, though. I don't think they have a way of surviving this. They shouldn't be able to, like, spill out. I mean, this would technically work. This seems so sketchy, though. Like, oh my god. Bro, this seems like the most sketchy possible situation. There's friendship potential, and I shut it down. I did have a lot of good friends on Xbox. Then I became a YouTuber, and I stopped having time to do any friendship things. It's technically possible, but I hate everything about this. Oh, some of them are surviving! That's not chill. How are you surviving? Get out of here. They're landing in between the... Okay. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Nothing about that's cool or chill or handsome or funny. And all the armor stands are dead. Well, guess that's what I get. You're out of potions? Whose idea was that? I guess we should maybe just put a chest on this if we're going to be testing it so much. Ridiculous. I feel like we're making good progress, though, you know? All things considered, we are actually achieving something. We have an farm. Rates are going to be an interesting thing to find out. It's going to be probably quite a bit lower than previous, just because the mending. I don't think there's really a way to get around that, though. Did that not just copy this? There we go. Okay. Okay, let's try that again, everybody. That looks crazy, dude. That looks absolutely insane. And there goes the spear about to fall down. Oh, and there it goes. Oh, and a bunch just got out behind us? Ooh. Eesh. That's not good. That's not good at all. I don't like that. Yeah, so we still want this to be contained. I feel like that's important. We want it to be fully contained. What do you mean? Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, so you still want it to be fully contained. To block it. Yeah, that's fine. What's it gonna do? So, the dripstone is good, but we need a way of getting the minecart to be right there without it blocking or being blocked by the dripstone. You contain, yeah. As in, not very. There's attempts to be made at this though. Yeah, it feels like we have to be right in here. It feels like we have to be like right here for it to work. Like we have to be beyond the halfway point for the spear to actually function. We can't just be like right here and have the spear inside, because that doesn't really work, because we're like inside the block, right? So that part has to be figured out. This can't really be placed on anything though, which makes it kind of a pain. Like, is there actually anything short that we can place this on? You should be able to place it on this. Why can't you do that? What about like a fence? Can we do that? Well, no, because then you would still have issues with containment, because they could get around the edges of it. I feel like they could land on these edges. So you would kind of need both of these. I did do the pain joke again. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. Hmm. Pretty much the only thing that we could do, because Silverfish are so small, they'll fit underneath a slab. They'll fit through the quarter gap of a stair. You would have to do things like a chest or like a grindstone. Actually, they would definitely get past that. I think the anvil is actually. I don't want to use anvil. That's too expensive. They'll fit over a campfire. I think chest is pretty much where we're limited to. Maybe decorated pots. Something like this. We could actually try this. So if we stood down like right here, facing upwards, this might actually work. This might actually work right here. And then I would replace that with a block so you can't open it. Yeah, so something like this might actually work. And then they should not be able to escape that. We'll block ourselves in a little bit. And then we'll just do like a little redstone torch tower so you can actually get up here. Put some more arm stands in there. Okay, this is actually working. Yo, check that out. No minecart needed. That's good. This is progress, everybody. We do have a couple silverfish that are dying on the magma. That's fine. That's intended. So I kind of want to time this, actually. Where's my phone at? So let's go ahead and time how long we can keep the spear up and out before it falls down and resets. Like that. And I want to compare that to not only stone, but also copper, because that seems like it might be good. Okay. It lasts quite a long time, though. So here goes stone. This is still quite an efficient experience farm. This is honestly working pretty well. Okay, so it's gonna reset right now. So that was about 14 seconds, more or less. It says 14:34, but you know. input delay and reaction time. And that was for stone, correct? Let's try that again. See it at the weekends to the pain of timing it. Yeah, but, you know. Then what are we gonna do on stream? Read the Minecraft wiki? That's ridiculous. Yeah, so 14 seconds for that. And then for copper, what's it doing? Because the lighter the spear, the longer you can keep it out. This one's actually 13 seconds. Stone might be better. Yeah, stone might be the way to go. Not losing hunger. I gave myself saturation. So we won't have to worry about that. This might be the way to go, guys. Wood. We had a wood spear break, so we're not going to use that. Let's see. Minecraft spear wiki. Fine, you got me. Here's a friendly reminder not to use the fandom wiki, because fandom is horrible. Attack speed, use cooldown, attack range. What are we looking for? What do you call this? Is this loot chest? That's generated loot. Charge attack. Yeah, I want the charge attack timings. It's a Java edition thing. Enchanted jab attack. Charge attack. Yeah, so it looks like wood is 15 seconds? And netherite's like 8. Interesting. Yeah, so wood doesn't last long enough. I feel like stone might be the way to go. Either stone or iron. Iron's pretty close. Iron's 11.25. Diamond's 10. We could try diamond. Diamond is like definitely... I feel like iron and diamond would definitely never break. I'll probably be streaming Crete again tomorrow. I was going to do maybe a little bit of that tonight, but this is taking longer than expected, so... I feel like I want to be higher up. We should be standing on maybe a slab instead. Yeah, diamond or iron would be fine. And then if you want to, we could stand back here a little bit. And then... I thought I saw one get out. And then you could walk up to it and then you can mend. This actually seems pretty fine. You hold that down for like 10 seconds. And then you walk up here and you can repair like a couple elytras. Granted, elytras don't have that much durability. That's pretty decent. And then if you're using a laze, it would give you the full 3 minutes. Farm done, crate time. No. I feel like somebody likes crate. Well, that's good, I guess. By the way, watch today's crate episode, everyone. It's a good episode. I liked it. I thought it was okay. You should go watch it, because it's like cool and handsome and funny and smart, and it has fun hobbies and interests. Something like that. I don't know. That's what it told me anyway. Why did I not make coal blocks? Because I don't think I need them. Also seemed like a waste of logs. A wall next to the dripstone? Well, the wall's gonna let things escape, right? So the wall is too big of a hitbox on the side. Like, they're just gonna get out. So the chests are here because of the hitbox. So they're never gonna be able to get out, right? That's kind of the idea. Now, I don't think there's really a better block for that, because chests are just like so easy and simple, and you can't really go wrong with a chest. Build coal blocks? Well, if people want to build coal blocks, they should just buy some coal. Sounds simple enough to me. You know I don't build. We can just sell more coal that way. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other blocks that would be good for this. Chests are pretty fine. Sniffer eggs hatch automatically. You can't stop them, so that's pretty annoying. We're farming coal and charcoal and create now. You would know that if you watched today's episode, wouldn't you? Okay, so for this, we're gonna need a redstone torch tower up both sides, I think. We can maybe hide it on the back. I like that, though. Probably should have done this a while ago. Yeah, so that's the emergency shutoff. And then we'll do that same thing on the side. Now, for this one, you do need to activate both of these. So I might need to reconfigure this a little bit. Maybe we just grab this dispenser and we just put it right here instead. And that should be totally fine, because then we have potions up top, and the rest of it is just flint and steel. That's easy. This isn't too bad, everybody. What do you think? What are your general thoughts on this? If I did a video on this right now, what would you say? What would you leave a comment saying? Would you build it? Would you think about it? What would you like about it? What would you hate about it? What would you think? I'm not falling for that, Frontier. What do you think this is? My first day on the internet? You think I've never, like, seen a chat message before? Bro, get out of here. Bro thinks you can get me with the... Bro. Banned. Just straight to jail. Under the prison. Yeah, I mean, we can swap out the top for armadillos or allays or whatever. Armadillos are kind of annoying, though. Because, well, if we can get them on a candle or something, it might not be so bad. But you need a way to damage them. The cactus is, kind of the best way to damage them. Tridents don't really keep up with enough mobs. The loss of hunger is kind of annoying. XP orbs will cause lag. That's why you absorb the XP orbs. Everyone complains about getting honey. Anytime I use honey anywhere, people are like, I don't want to get honey. Like, I went off adventuring for 12 years, and I came back with 1 honey bottle and 1,200 bee stings, and my world's now 3 gigabytes, and, you know, that's the kind of stuff I see. You've been subscribing for 6 months. Thank you very much, Shojin Co. Much appreciated. Half a year. Resubscribing. That's crazy. And with the Amazon Prime as well. Yay, helping make the rich less rich. That's great. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. That's cool. If you're playing in peaceful mode and you want to build this, you're going to have to do a /difficulty normal, /difficulty easy, /difficulty ultra hardcore. It's not Saturday. Maybe not for you. What am I looking at? I'm trying to find a thing to damage these armadillos. You can't use fire. That's too much. Poison. I mean, that would work. Wouldn't it? Done perfect. Next thing is nope. Campfires isn't gonna work. Well, let's try lighting the armadillos on fire, everybody. That's a quote right there. That's a quote worth quoting. Let's try lighting the armadillos on fire, everybody. If these stream chats ever get leaked, I'm going straight to prison. My future political campaign is ruined. I'm not going to be able to run for city council member anymore. No. Unless people don't like armadillos, in which case I think I might be fine. People like armadillos? Aren't they native to, like, Arizona and, like, that, like, area? Oh no, I can still definitely become president. It doesn't matter what you say. Clearly, there's obvious precedent for just, like, reputation doesn't matter at all for that. A city council person, that has a much higher bar. Yeah. Ruined. Ruined. Absolutely devastated. See, free mine coins for everyone. That's my campaign slogan. Let's see. We need to get off this topic, everyone. Shoot. Okay, that's gonna do that. And then I think they have to be on a candle. Also, I think they're just gonna die anyway, so it doesn't matter. They're invasive. We're invasive, so that's fine. Hasn't taught me anything. We got a raid! Welcome in, Pathfinder! How's it going? What were you up to? How's it going, raiders? We're currently in the process of trying to burn armadillos. It's for science! I promise. It's for science. Will they survive? They will not. They uncoil. They will not survive, as it turns out, everybody. They dead. Okay, well, we found out that armadillos are not fire resistant, everybody. Let's try the poison potion. Unfortunately, armadillo armor is not fire immune. What about that? I feel like they're gonna get down to half a heart and then just stop doing anything. The cactus is really the only way to do this. Oh no, and then look at that. They're uncoiled now. Well, I don't want to do cactus because I want to keep it like 3x3. I don't want to go to 5x5. You got to do 5x5 for cactus. What are they doing? Are they healing? They must be healing. You know what they're doing? They're dying in some lava. There's really not that many different damage sources when you're trying to get a consistent source of damage. We could try drowning. Let's drown some armadillos, everybody. I feel like these poor armadillos did not deserve this. Oh, the drowning is going to be a problem, though, because then they're going to, like, the silverfish are going to float. Yeah, they're going to float. They're going to float right on up. Oh. Well, they uncoil once they get in water. So, that ain't going to work either. Yeah, I guess it's really just cactus, isn't it? Those poor guys, they had a chance for a second. Yeah, the arrow killers are gone. I made a couple shorts about that. Apparently you did not see them. I'm so sad. Why didn't you watch my shorts? What's wrong with you? Oh, here's a good one, actually. Everyone always forgets about the pufferfish. Everyone forgets about the pufferfish. They're good. You can also die if you try and eat them. There's, like, you know, really, like, rare and, like, super expensive, like, sushi or whatever that people spend, like, thousands of dollars, like, on. And it's, like, with pufferfish. And, like, if it's, you know, made even slightly wrong, you just straight up die. So that's cool. I don't know why people like doing that, but okay. That's the thing. Come on, do something. We might have to push these guys into the corner. Oh, and then they uncoil. Well, this is why I don't like armadillos. They're annoying. Allays you can just catch on fire, and they're, like, fine. You have to use cactus for these guys. It's so silly. I don't like using cactus. It's stupid. If we could have cactus on the ceiling, then that would be cool. But we can't. So, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, Alays is where it's at. Alays randomly escape when you relog them. You can't be near a nether portal, because they will follow you. Yeah, they will just follow you. You know what? You can just go suffer. Yeah, that's right. Run off to that shade over there, 500 blocks away. That pig was just help him keep him like not out, not in the sun. A wither rose would still need a full block underneath them. Is the problem? I think the wither rose would also probably kill them. I do forget about wither roses, but that's such an annoying thing to get though. I think we're just gonna stay with allays, guys. Allays is the way to go. Allays also spawn silverfish faster, and they're just more resilient. They're just better, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. They're just better. They're built different, and they're built better. And we like allays. I'm a fan of allays. I wish I had my structure block where these guys were all tied up already, but we'll just do it like this. I think it's a 3 gap. And then like that. And then, actually, I think you're supposed to use a campfire above this because otherwise, if you have fire spreads turned on, it'll go out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I think it's like that. And then they're not shorter than a slab. That's what I know. I know that much. This has got to go up higher. Yeah, so they need to be held like right against the ceiling. Like this. There we go. And you kind of have to do this one at a time. Because it's silly. This is the annoying part about allays, is that they're annoying. Armor stands are easier. I do like that. I think in the tutorial, I'm going to show armor stands and allays. I was thinking of also showing armadillos, but meh. Meh. Go find some allays. Nobody likes armadillos. Everybody was like, "Oh, we need dog armor, we need wolf armor, we need for this for like 10 million years." And then you know what happens? We get dog and wolf armor and nobody uses it. Never once has it ever been used. Nobody cares about that feature anymore. Okay, so that looks perfectly reasonable. It looks good. We are going to have to move this guy up. So I did slightly build this wrong. And then facing direction. Does this have coordinates on it? No, of course it doesn't have coordinates on it. Why would it have coordinates on it? No, not 2. Oh, is that the right one? No. What about 3? No. What about 4? No. What about 5? There we go. Okay, that's the one I'm talking about. That's gonna have the water bucket in it. And then I think we can... So these guys are very small, like, horizontally, which means that they will fall down if you have a chain right here. I haven't found a block that keeps them up with allowing silverfish down, because I think their hitbox is like basically the same size. If there was a way to do that, that would actually be so convenient. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Minecraft wiki. Minecraft wiki allay. And then also Minecraft wiki silverfish. Because I want to see the exact bounding box size of these guys. Hitbox size is 0.35 blocks wide for allays, and it's 0.4 blocks wide for silverfish, so there's not a way to do it. Yeah, there's not a way to do it. Silverfish are wider. We need the allays to be wider than the silverfish. But yeah. That's why we use the leads to tie them up. Okay, and this one should be number 3. Dispenser, boop, facing direction 3. Did I remember that correctly? I did. That's gonna be for the flint and steel. Okay. Water. Oh wait, we do need something in there to stop the water from flowing down. We'll just put a button right there. And then potion, flint and steel. We'll get a couple more flint and steels in there. These things last like what, 64 uses? So no big deal. Pretty affordable. Unless you're using them for a gold farm, in which case they get pretty expensive. Pretty quick. We're also going to put a ring of blocks around here, because I've seen like silverfish get up and out. And then let's make this chest too wide. That way we can have this be a glass block. Oh, this would need to be a solid block right here. Well, I guess we'll just keep it like this. We'll just won't open the chest. Just don't open the chest. Okay. Let's try that out, everybody. I think we're gonna go for iron or diamond. That seems like the most reasonable. Maybe just diamond. Yeah, that works. And now they're on fire. Oh right, that one redstone torch is also doing the fire. Gonna have to move that one around. It takes a second for the experience to get to you, but this does seem to be pretty quick. There we go. Now we're cooking. Once you get them off the floor and start having like all the bodies just float midair, that's when we start cooking. I don't know how many allays I put in there either. Will the arm stand silverfish get patched? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, armor stands is definitely a bug. They've actually already fixed the bug for oozing. They fixed that a while ago, but they just didn't fix like infestation potion. See, you don't want to open the chest. Yeah, so you have to look through the gap, actually, to hit them. I'm trying to make this farm as accessible as I can. That's usually the goal, right? As simple and as cheap and as efficient as possible. That's basically the Venn diagram. Simple, cheap, efficient. You want to be right in the middle of that. You can lead more towards efficient, but that's, you know, that's the direction you would want to lean. If you want to go towards any, like, third of that diagram. And the elytra. I should think about that. We're just going to do this purely for experience for the 3-minute potion. Just to see how many levels we get. It's really not looking like that much. Kind of annoying that you hold down the button as well. I feel like this is getting near the end of it. Yeah, this is the end of it. Okay, so from 3 minutes, we got 81 levels. Not great. Let's count those allays, though. If that's only like 10 allays, then that's actually That's actually pretty reasonable. I think 50 allays was like 100 levels in 30 seconds or something. Where's my counting command at? Entity counter. Here we go. Boop. So we're going to go ahead and run this. There's only 12 allays in there. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. If we put 50 allays in there, this would be even better. So let's do that. Let's see if we can handle it. Let's see if we can handle it. This is going to have to be onto the front. Yeah, so we need to... Oh no, we can move this one upwards. Hold up. That was like 5, wasn't it? Dispenser, not diamond block. No. Dispenser, boop, facing direction equals 5. That one should be towards, yeah, towards the campfire. So we just move it up by a block, and then that'll let the water flow down. That's actually still not gonna work. Because this block right here is gonna still power the flint steel. My bad. Does it really matter, though? If you automatically light them on fire? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's fine. Because, like, what's happening right now is you do this, and it puts the water out. And then if you do this, it automatically lights them on fire. Which is actually okay. Well, no. Okay, so the stupid thing about allays, there is one dumb thing about allays. They can drown. They will drown, and they will die. And that's really dumb. So we kind of want like an in-between state. We don't want them to be on fire, and we don't want them to be drowning. We want an in-between state, which means that we will have to change up this redstone torch tower to be either on the side or on the front. And my vote would be for maybe just move them to the front. Putting this on a 10 or 12 game tick clock. Zero game tick clock. There's no clocks involved. I'm sorry. The only clock involved is the countdown timer until you subscribe to the channel. Or so, I don't know. I'm trying to push for more subscribers. Dispenser facing direction 3? No. 2? Is that right? Did I get that right? Hey, I got that right. Okay. Right, so flint and steel is going to get taken out of this one. Put into that one instead. James! Hi, how's it going? Farm is tough. Thanks. It's built tough. Forward. Whatever their catchphrase is. Whatever their company slogan is. Is that still going to be a problem? That's still going to be a problem, ain't it? It's still going to be a problem. So the solution would be have torch tower here. And then also have torch tower here. Make the farm 5 wide. I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to do that. It doesn't matter. For now, this is just like small refinement stuff. We can just keep it like this for now. Whoops, that's the wrong button. What am I looking at here? Just know something's broken in OBS, but that's fine. It's actually okay. I don't know why it's broken in OBS, but it's fine. It's okay. Actually, you know what? I think I will keep these for later. They're worth showing in the video that they are actually possible to use. So I guess we try this then, everybody. So that should put out the water. You gotta press that twice. And then this one should light them on fire and stuff. And then I also want to make it so that you can't actually walk up on this ledge right here. Because that was making it harder to use. Because then you had to crouch. So, I mean, you can just stand here. And then how are we doing on, like, mending elytras? I mean, that seems pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, you just hold down the button. And then you just, like, switch over. I mean, that seems to work pretty well. Now, the hunger is a slight problem. But this is so many silverfish. I think it's fine. Now, because they're all on fire, you might not actually need the magma block. They're all gonna die regardless. Just from the fire. So it's actually okay. You know what? There is actually one in there. Never mind. I stand corrected. How long has he been in there? Is another question entirely, though. Oh, no, see, they're drowning. They're drowning. You can't do that. They're drowning. When am I going to post a video for this? Within a couple of weeks. Whenever they think about releasing the update. So the update, the next update for Bedrock is not the Dappled Forest. They're releasing another update before that. And that's going to be with this bug fix. That breaks arrow killers. So we'll see what happens there. That guy holding a lava bucket? Oh, he's holding a lead. He gets like 10 blocks away and then he drinks his like milk. And then he gets scared again. It's just like repeating the cycle. His distance to not be scared by the zombie is smaller than the zombie's distance to see him. Okay. Yeah, pickaxe does have a lot more durability. That's true. That's true facts. I do not have one that is 0 durability to test, and it takes a minute to get a pickaxe to 0 durability. So, we could go run a cobblestone farm. There's probably a command to get it, but I'm not sure what it is. Right, we're going to grab a structure block real quick. I realized that Java structure blocks do not save entities by default, which is super annoying when you're building with like a billion cushions. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, structure block? Did you just unlead all of my guys? No, they're still leaded. Well, that's great, everybody. Sometimes it works. Other times, not so. It should have done the thing. It did not. It did not consider it. This is also why allays are annoying. We're trying to get this to be about a 50 allays. Because that's like the maximum that I've ever ran in one of these farms, and I feel like if you do more than that, you're kind of just asking for Minecraft to show up at your door and be like, okay, I'm taking it back. You can't play Minecraft anymore. Nope, you're banned. Mojang's gonna show up at your house, they're gonna bust down the door, they're gonna uninstall it from your computer. That's basically what would happen in that situation. Thank you for your crimes against humanity. No more Minecraft for you. Let's see. Boop, boop. I feel like this is more than 50. Float down a little bit. There we go. Got you. I tried to save us all time with the structure block, but it didn't work, everybody. I tried. You saw it. It didn't work. Nothing I could do. Gotta do them one at a time. Okay, now the fun part is that if there's more than 50, we get to kill some. Yay! We will remove them from existence. Okay, so how do we count them? Well, we use this lovely counting command from earlier. There's 60 in there, and now we get to kill some of them. So kill at e-type equals allays, and then you want to do this in a radius. Radius equals 20, and then count equals 10. Boom! 10 of them are dead now. Fantastic that you can run a count command. And now there's 50. Okay, beautiful. So, let's hope this doesn't explode Minecraft. We'll see how bad this gets. That seems normal. Yeah, I mean, it's Mojang's fault for making the allays, you know, heal from fire damage so nicely. Also, Will Kreplin, hi, how's it going? Welcome back, it's good to see you again. Best pig-generated Minecraft content available. Pig-man-generated. Well, I guess I'm not a pig man right now, but you know. In spirit, in spirit. Let's go ahead and run this thing. And we're going to also remove some levels from us real quick. I probably should have done that beforehand. Yeah, you can see this is a lot of mobs. I should have probably put some more blocks on the edges. Stop those leakages. So if we run this for 3 minutes, we should get significantly more than 80 levels. Glad you like the creeper farm. It's a good one. Pretty solid. Are they dying? Not getting any experience. There we go. Yeah, so you want the spear to like be moving back and forth, so you know you're actually hitting things. The stream was recommended to you. Well, YouTube knows what's up. You've been around for like forever. I remember doing the first like Bedrock edition testing with you, way back when it released. Like testing what blocks mobs could spawn on. We found out the simulation distance using like cactus. Crazy stuff. Keeper rates improve on Bedrock edition? Nothing has changed on Bedrock for like the last like year for farm mechanics. The arrow killer removal, this is like the only thing that's actually happened recently. We're still losing a couple silverfish, but you know, if you just don't look at it, it's not a problem. I gotta look down a little bit. I feel like we're losing a lot of them on, like, yeah, we're losing a lot of them just to fall damage. You can hear them, like, dying. So there's like a limit. There's definitely a limit to how many a spear can kill. We just got level 100. Oof. Yeah, there's some sort of something. There's like a max mob hit or a cooldown or like... Yeah, cooldown sounds more likely. Damage a bunch of mobs, cooldown, then you can damage a bunch more mobs. I don't think it's intended for this much. We're gonna run it for the 3 minutes though, and we're gonna see how much experience we get from it. Yeah, it's intentionally removed. They posted quite the lengthy dev note in the changelogs actually, which was nice to see. I think it's the longest dev note we've ever seen in Minecraft ever. So that's kind of fun. It was also like the entirety of the changelogs was just dedicated to a dev note for a change from the week before, which is kind of funny. There's like 2 other things in the changelogs, like tiny little bug fixes. I mean, it's faster than like everything. Don't get me wrong. It's also simpler and cheaper and more efficient than like everything. But compared to what we had, we were getting like 200-ish levels like a minute or something like that. Definitely at least 100 per minute. It was definitely better. There is no doubt about that. This is definitely more of a manual farm. Okay, 140 levels in 3 minutes. I gotta write some of this stuff down actually. 140 levels with 50 lays in 3 minutes. And then, what was the other one? It was like 84 levels and 12 lays in 3 minutes. Which is kind of a lot more. Yeah, so there's definitely quite the drop-off there. Somebody do the math for, how much experience there is in 84 levels and how much there is in 140. I'm too lazy. There's a command. Is that for Bedrock Edition, though? I don't think that's for Bedrock Edition, mister. Yeah, I don't think that's for Bedrock Edition. Dear technical community, despite the game behavior, you enjoy harming nobody. Jeb doesn't like you playing the game you paid for like that. We're breaking your stuff. Look forward to the next time. Bye-bye now. It does seem to feel like that. Yeah, it does seem to feel like that. All the comments were like, okay, cool. So Java gets to keep TNT duping and the nether roof and quasi-connectivity and like blah 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 blah. But Bedrock Edition having one cool fun thing, can't have that. That's not allowed. Banned for life. Uninstalling game. Goodbye. I feel like one of these commands I'm gonna run from chat is like gonna give me super Ebola. Oh, that actually worked. Oh, look at that. How does that work, actually? Data? Data 1? Oh, it's just like damage. Okay, interesting. Fascinating. Good to know, actually. Because previously, my method of getting like damage tools was to use a inventory editor and just like change the damage to 1 durability. That was what I did. I fell off a build, everybody. I'm sorry. I will do it again. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then I think we can get rid of like 20 of these allays. Let's, where's it at? Yeah, let's get rid of like 20 of these guys. So now there's 30 left. Bunch of leads. And did I duplicate this? Yeah, I did. Okay, great. That's the best way to duplicate and create it, by the way. Just put it in an item frame, and then you just pick block and it's great. And now we have 1 billion pickaxes. Fantastic. I don't actually want these. I haven't seen this many broken pickaxes since my Xbox 360 worlds, where I had an entire double chest of just broken pickaxes because they didn't have mending in the game yet. That was before mending even existed. Was it mending like the Frostburn update or something? That was like, it's like 1.10, 1.9. Way back in my day. Let's press the button. Stop yapping, old man, and run the farm. $15,000 experience and 84 levels. 57,000 experience and 140. Fascinating. Maybe I should have kept some of those allays. Okay, I mean, this is still running. And we got a super chat from Alex Sauce. Very nice. Thank you very much. Who's your favorite background alien in Star Wars? A what now? Salacious Crumb is kind of fun. I actually just got the minifigure for that. I don't know what you mean by glup. Background alien, though? Shoot. I don't know. Maul's a species I think has really good character design. The Dathomires or whatever. They're pretty cool. There's a lot of very humanoid aliens, though. Not necessarily a, you know, background species. Still pretty cool. Alien doctor. I mean, that's true. I mean, this does work, everybody. 57,000. I mean, that's pretty good. So, 15, 30, 45. Okay, so there is a limit, actually. Because we had 5 times the allays. And that gave us 57,000 experience. Whereas, so 10 allays gave us 15,000, right? 50 allays give us 57,000. So there is diminishing returns here. So maybe like 35 allays, 35, 40 allays is about maximum. Right now we're at 30. Also, there's none glitching out. So that's reasonable. I feel like this isn't, like, killing them as efficiently anymore, though. I feel like we're just not able to kill them all. We're getting more experience, but I feel like so many of them are just dying on the dripstone. Interesting. I do hear less of them dying on dripstone, actually. Interesting. Okay, well that was the end of the run. But let's actually try that out. So this is what it sounds like with diamond. That's with copper. I guess it's about the same, actually. Now that I listen to it. 4 picking with spears. I don't think they drop experience. They'll do looting, but they won't do experience, right? This one sounds like an actual difference. I'm not sure if there is really a difference, though. It's kind of genuinely hard to tell. We would have to track, like, how many we've actually killed. I think what you would have to do is you would have to do 4 3-minute runs. And then just do 1 different spear per run. It could also be alignment-based. Yeah, it could be alignment-based. Yeah, actually. If we look up here. Okay, yeah, no, looking up here is significantly better. It's just alignment-based. Okay. So the spear type does matter because the lighter the spear, the longer you can hold it out for the charge attack. So, like, the less you need to unclick. We are losing some silverfish out the top of the farm. A couple of them are flying out. So maybe we go down to, like, 25. So this will be significantly better, actually. So I feel like we should actually move up. We should get up above this dripstone, and then any that make it past us will die. How about that? Because right now we're at, like, the bottom, so it's relying on, like, the spear hitting them first. But the dripstone's, like, right there, right? So I think if we move up, we might have a better chance. And maybe slightly better alignment? Interesting. Let's try that, actually. Let's think about it, everybody. Well, what can we do? We can just get rid of that. Move that button up by a couple blocks. This is all, it doesn't really matter what it looks like right now anyway. It's all in the testing phase. It can be as horrible and janky as we want it to be. So yeah, if we were to stand like right here looking up, this might be much better alignment for actually killing those silverfish. So let's run this again. We're gonna remove all of our experience. Where's it at? Boom, goodbye. Nobody actually likes you. Experience orbs. Overrated. Why would we ever farm such a thing? Okay, here we go. It's sounding like significantly less things dying on the dripstone. You're still gonna have some, but we're getting that like floating barrier of dead silverfish up there. It's kind of hard to see. There's a lot of particles, but there's like that floating barrier of just all dead silverfish. Only a couple of them are leaking through. I think we would have to legitimately be inside of the farm looking straight up for it to actually be like 100% death rate. And that would be kind of difficult to manage. But I think we should try it, because that would be a much better farm if we could get them all. Looks like a geyser. It does kind of look like a geyser. Yeah, some of them do actually land on the magma. Like, they don't land on the dripstone. So that's slightly not great. So, yeah, using the minecart method might actually be better. Like, if we drop this back down to where they just die of straight up fall damage, that might be best. Okay, so hold up. If you land on like the side of the spike right here, does that deal increased fall damage as well? Because like you can land right here, and you can land right here, and you can land on the top of it. Does that deal increased fall damage? Surely it does, right? I mean, you could do that, because that would take up significantly more of the space. That would probably do it, but then we still have the same issue of like I need to be literally inside of this thing, looking straight up. So I think we skip the spike and we just make this a taller farm. That way we actually kill them with fall damage. Yeah, I tend to have silverfish kind of leaking through all sides of it, so no, I'm not super worried about it right now. Typically, if you don't have a ton of lays in there, it's not really that big of a deal. We'll probably have to move these torch towers to be on this block, though, so it might end up being 5 wide, but only technically 5 wide. Okay, it's only a technicality. So where was the layer that they actually died at? We need to go back to that idea. I do like the spike, but I think generally a taller farm might actually be more efficient here. I think it was like somewhere, I removed my marker for it, because like, oh, we don't need that garbage anymore. We're moving on from that concept. No. You got to keep your research. Keep all your research. So if they fall from that one, they die. Okay, good. And then what if we move to that? They still die. And then what if we move up one more block? They don't die. Okay, that's great. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. Let's go ahead and do an iron trapdoor. They're also on fire, so keep that in mind. They will just kind of peter out a little bit. Speaking of Peter, you guys gonna go see the new Spider-Man movie releasing July 31st? Not sponsored. Wish it was sponsored. I'm gonna go see it. They release one Spider-Man movie like every decade. Every 5 years. It's gonna be good. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. It's the first ever Spider-Man movie to have a fourth one. A fourth Spider-Man movie. You're not gonna go see it? Wow. You don't like fun. I know that much. Yeah, it's the, like, we had the Tobey Maguire trilogy. The OG classics of the early 2000s. I grew up with those. And then we had the duology. What do you call it? There's only 2 of them. Andrew Garfield only got 2 movies because he wasn't actually that amazing of a Spider-Man. Hot take. And then there's the Spider-Verse movies. Oh my god, why are they so slow with Spider-Verse movies? Supposed to be a third one of those releasing sometime this decade, allegedly. And then, yeah, there's this one. There's the Tom Holland quadrilogy? Quadrilogy? Yeah, that's the word. Oh yeah, no, Andrew Garfield, he's great. He's good. That was a good choice. Um, you can't beat Tobey Maguire though. I mean, he had huge shoes to fill. It was just a goated first trilogy, and then Sony just kind of dropped the ball from there. And then what was I talking about? Yeah. This is kind of like a reset movie. Because I don't know if you guys saw the, what was it? It was Homecoming, no, Far From Home, and then No Way Home. They've dropped the Home trilogy. I think we're getting a second trilogy with Tom Holland. I feel like that's what we're getting. Because they kind of did like a full reset for him. So I feel like we're pretty much where the first Spider-Man movies always start off. But he has his powers now. He's like experienced, but he's like completely like no one knows who he is. He's like a new guy. So I feel like we're getting another trilogy. Yeah, no, Garfield definitely should have gotten a third movie. I don't know what they were waiting for. Let's stop talking about nerdy things and start playing some Minecraft. Excuse me, you're not, you're actually not on fire when you should be? Thank you. Okay, and then we do that. There we go. Ooh, I don't know. There might be too much of a cooldown, actually. See how they're still in our face? I feel like the experience bar is going up a lot faster, though. We're not getting that, like, buffer zone of, Oh, here we go. Oh, it was just maybe, like, the, maybe the look direction. Oh, okay, here we go. No, this is much better. This is the way to go, everybody. We found out. We found out. We discovered. Okay, so you gotta look literally straight up. Literally straight up, and then you get that buffer zone of dead silverfish. This is exactly what we're missing from the old one. You can see the 0 fall damage noise right now. They're gonna fall through when the spear goes down. Okay, this is gonna be a lot better. This is a lot better. Here we go. The farm is taller, but it's significantly more efficient. Significantly better. If we could combine this with the dripstone, I think we would actually be in a fantastic position. We might need to try using like a chest boat or some sort of like situation like that. You just cannot change your camera position at all, though. You're just locked into first person. But we're not taking any damage because as soon as they even get near us, they just die of fall damage. So they don't even have time. But yeah, this is what we want. I think we're missing a couple. I feel like a couple of them are like flying out the edges. I feel like I've seen a couple. Yeah, there's one or two flying out. Let's try the diamond spear. What if we put knockback on this? I'm curious. What happens if we put knockback on this? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't worry about it raining silverfish. This is honestly beautiful sounding as well, and you're never gonna have a mob backup situation with this. Like, no matter what happens, you're never gonna have a mob backup situation because they're always gonna die of fall damage. And you can't even take damage in here. That's crazy. I don't feel like knockback is doing anything, but it feels fun. Sharpness would not matter because they're already a one-hit kill. Looting wouldn't matter. It's really just unbreaking and mending. That's all you need. Which is better than the trident because it's less clicking. You can even use a stone trident or a stone spear. Do I have any broken pickaxes? I do have an broken pickaxe. So you stand right here, you look up, and then you just like swap over. Oh, wow. That's like a third of a pickaxe right there. Or like 3/4 actually. Okay. I wouldn't really use stone, though, if you're trying to repair some things, because you're stealing experience away from the stone. You really need that experience for it. So, like, maybe iron. Iron or diamond is pretty much where I would leave it. Because those have enough durability for you to, like, actually be fine. This does not need to be what it is. What it is! Yeah, the buffer zone is pretty sweet. I do like that a lot. Here's my... Oh, wait, that's not it. We have a command for the pickaxe now. That's great. Where's it at? Here we go. Mending. Oh, you know what? I was going to do another really nerdy thing tonight. If you guys are willing to bear with me for like 2 minutes, I might be able to do it. It would be closer to like a 10-minute rant. I don't know. Should we save a good rant for the next stream for tomorrow night? I feel like it's too late for a good rant. Yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow night. You know what? You don't get a decision. No democracy for you. This is looking pretty good, though. So I think what we should do is we should move these over to here. That way we can have nice 3x3 walls. And then if you want to use armor stands up there, you can. You would need quite the ladder going up the side. I don't know why I said it like that, but you know, you would need a ladder going up the side. It would just be quite the ladder to go up there and actually replace them. But otherwise, this is pretty sweet, guys. I actually really like this. I told you it would be fine without the arrow killers. Am I streaming tomorrow? For sure. Probably. I'm definitely not streaming Tuesday, though. I would not be home on Tuesday. So, don't rob me. And hopefully nothing cool releases in snapshots. Apparently it's like middle of summer or whatever, or midsummer, or blah, blah, blah. Something Swedish is happening. And apparently Mojang Java offices are just like on vacation a bunch of weird random days. So snapshots won't be releasing on their normal Tuesday cadence. Which is okay, I guess. I mean, what can you do? Oh, it needs to be on this side. I don't really like this. This is getting janky. You need 3 dispensers, though. You gotta have the water, you gotta have the lava, and you gotta do this thing. But yeah, see, there's no way for this to be, like, a real problem. It just looks incredible as well. Like, I think this is pretty cool. This is 30 allays. We're missing a couple. Just a couple guys are flying out. I think it's fine. It might also be because our allays are tied up so high. We could try lowering this down. No, that seems worse actually. When tomorrow? Normal time. Normal time. Arrow killers still work for a couple weeks. You still have time, so go use your farms that have arrow killers while you can. Nothing's changed as of right now. So you're good. So not to worry. Be happy. Or don't. I mean, you know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, it's not going to be too big of a deal, though. It seems like this farm's going to be pretty nice. I have a couple small things I want to change on it. Like the fact that these guys are just, you know, throwing silverfish out the front and the sides and the top and the back. So that's, you know, slightly less than ideal. I mentioned that they're flying out all over the place, every direction. Did I say all the directions? I feel like I missed a couple. Front, sides, back. They're definitely falling out the bottom. There's definitely a lot of silverfish falling out of the bottom of the farm. And the front. And the sides. But also just listen to this. Pretty good. I like it. Looks like a lag machine. They're literally dying within like 1 second. If anything, I consider it an anti-lag machine. This is definitely less laggy than a Guardian farm. So, actually, how far down can I put this? Yeah, see, okay, now they're too low. Stay up on that fire. Not be too low. One more? Nope, one more up. There we go. That's minimum distance right there. Okay then. North, south, east, west, and snorth. Snorth. You've been that way many times. What about west? You've never been out west? Wow. How are some of you alive? Oh, it's probably because we were messing around with the allays. I wouldn't count that. These guys are probably not on fire. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. Yeah, it's really just the top that they're escaping from. So I think we could just do like a little top. A little topper like this. Boop, 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 boop. A little something like this. And you gotta press that twice. Waste is too far to travel. Yeah. Nothing out there but corn anyway. So now the question is, does it look stupid? Yes. Yes, it does. It does indeed look stupid. Not much I can do about that. Yes, it does. Yeah. Hi, Casper. First thing you do is you come in here and you insult the farm, and that's exactly what I hired you for. So thanks, you're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up, champ. Also, out of curiosity, just how tall is the farm? Quartz ever look not ever? Does quartz ever look stupid? The answer to that is no. Quartz is the best. 1, 2. We don't count the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we'll stop it there. Definitely not 17, 18, 19, and 20. It's definitely not 20 blocks tall, guys. I don't know if these blocks really help too much. Just getting rid of some of the allays would definitely do it. Also, all the experience testing that we did, the timings and the rates for all that, garbage. Doesn't matter anymore because this is a new design. The top of this I also hate because, like, look at this pathetic 4 redstone right here. Ugh, gross, nasty. Use green glazed terracotta and it would look like a creeper. Wow. No, I mean, you were actually right. No, because it had like kind of a big head on it. Yeah, it's true. I don't think we need that anymore. I want to find a better way to power these dispensers, man. It was nice when we could just like put a button right here, but that doesn't work anymore. Because now we're like 20 blocks underground. Kind of got to hard power that block if you want to power on both. I also kind of want a way to independently power the flint and steel dispenser. And then power this one, like, optionally. Oh wait, this one's got potions in it now. That's the potion dispenser, everybody. There is no flint and steel dispenser anymore. Like, gasp! There's been a mix-up at the dispenser factory. Wall plus observer. Yeah. It's possible. Observer would be about the only way. Oh, well, that just broke it. I'm glad those allays did not escape, because that was very close to happening, actually. That's what happens when it's 95 degrees in your office and you've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Let's see. Dispenser. Destroy. No, I want to get the facing direction on that. What number do you think that is? 2? You would be wrong. Let's see. I think it's not a 2. It's not a 3. It's not a 4. It's a 4, everybody. Dang, I didn't see that coming. Also, I love that Silverfish do not drop anything. Also, low-key, I kind of want to try this with an oozing farm. But that would be significantly more difficult, wouldn't it? You could use spears for oozing, though. You would have to do it through the side of the wall. That would be significantly cheaper than potions. I'd be down for that. We could do a new oozing slime farm with just the spear. Why can you not use easy west, south, north, up, and down? What? Yeah, oozing would definitely be a larger farm. There's pretty much no way to make that not a 5x5. At least, because just, you know, medium slimes. Medium slimes are a pain. I did have that tiny little farm that was like literally just a 3x3 of walls. It was literally the entire farm was just. It was just this, and then like a trapdoor like right here. I think this was actually the entire size of the farm. Like, it was just this. And then they broke the armor stand oozing, and it just, like, didn't exist anymore. But it was great while it lasted. I mean, shoot, man. World's tiniest, most efficient slime farm ever. So we can't really have blocks right here, I don't think, because how would you get out of the minecart? Yeah, see, you wouldn't. You would end up, like, yeah, no. That's a no-go right there. No, Mojang doesn't hate bedrock farms. This farm's pretty good. This farm's pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with this one. What would you give a rating? What would you think about it? Give this one a rating out of 10. 10 being the best Omega good god level farm ever. 10 is where I would put arrow killers. This one I would maybe give like, well, I would wait for you guys to guess, I guess. 7 out of 10 overlay. That's reasonable. Yeah, the hunger from the spears is not ideal. I will say that. We could try, and this might sound like blasphemy after everything, we could try a trapdoor triangular version. You know what? I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna copy the world, because structure blocks did not actually save the leads on these guys. 8 out of 10 with arm stands? I like Allays better than arm stands. I do like Allays better than arm stands. 10 because you hate quartz blocks. Wow. Wow. Quartz block hate in the chat. Mods, ban this guy. Mods, make this guy's dryer go off like 10 minutes early. So he goes down there like, oh, yay. Finally. Nice, dry, warm clothes. And they're like still damp. Yeah. On it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Still slightly damp. Like, you can't tell if they're cold or if they're actually wet. Hey, Alexa, play Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up, maximum volume. Confirm. Confirm. Yes, I would like to buy 10,000 rolls of toothpaste. Thank you. Rolls? Tubes. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Trident. Trident plus Trapdoor. And then we need the comparator clock. I don't think it's gonna be fast enough, everybody. I just don't think it's gonna be that good. But we can try. We can try. You know, for science. I'm something of a scientist myself. Now that's a Spider-Man reference that you should know, because William Dafoe is the GOAT. Okay, we're gonna throw 9 tridents on this. For fun. Just to see how bad it actually is. Let's run this thing out the backside. Boop, boop. There we go. My texture pack's not on? Oh, disgusting. Three of those are on the hinge, so they don't count. Should have seen that. Should have seen that happening. Okay. And now... 30 allays in there? Yeah, sure. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We're going to turn this on first. And then I want to get a nice little platform right here. And then we're going to clear our levels. Nah. Nah. You can hear it getting slower. You can hear it getting a lot slower. Nah. It's making a valiant effort. Spears a little bit better, everybody. Impaling 5 would not matter. They're one hit kill either way. You would need so many trident killers. Yeah. It technically works, but like almost all of them are just dying to the fire. Yeah, look how slow they're falling. We got slow falling, guys. That harming even hurt me? I mean, you could just do this. This would work. This would work, guys. Why not just do this? Yeah, guys, listen. Oh, what? Oh, here's all of our experience. Bro. We're getting loading bars. No. No loading bars. Oh, man. No. Okay. This is why you don't trust scientists when they say I have an idea. What if we put a black hole inside of a singularity? Why did it delete my sources? My vertical capture sources. One sec, I'm trying to fix OBS over here. Stretch the screen, thank you. Boop. Lock it in place. Lock it down. Okay. Yeah, this is why you don't use trident killers, because it's just not it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it, everybody. Yeah, and yeah, no, we cooked. This is no. Not actually reliable in the slightest. I think we need to turn this off, guys. I think we gotta turn it off now. There we go. There we go. Kill a couple more of them. All the tridents got moved as well. That probably explains a little bit of it. Yeah, they're gonna be moving around the tridents. Pff, yeah. Nasty. Nasty. Gnarly. No. Spear is so much better. Spear is so much better. There was also the trident idea. I do like the trident. I do like the trident. That's fair. But it broke. So no. Like just using Riptide Trident. Also, it's kind of expensive too. Nobody likes actually getting tridents. I don't think there's a single player in Minecraft that's like, yeah, hey, let's go get our first ever trident in a survival world. So we're gonna delete this world. Bye bye. I have no regrets. Yeah, it only hits one thing at a time. Yeah, it's great in so many ways, just not this farm. This farm is too much. This is why the arrow killer was perfect. It's because it was piercing. It's basically like piercing infinity on a crossbow. Because a piercing crossbow, that was for piercing. Apparently that's not how you do that. Respiration? That's not at all what I typed. I did that. There we go. Piercing 4? 3? Piercing 4. Okay. You know what? Anyway, this shoots through mobs. Yeah, so it can hit multiple mobs and then hit the ground. Pretty great. So the arrow killers were basically that times infinity, literally, which was great. And it kind of made sense a little bit, but this will work pretty well. So as a recap, everybody, I feel like we've decided that this is a good farm. Any objections? Say it now, otherwise forever hold your peace. Light it up, hop in here, look straight up, and boom. 20, 30 levels, 40 levels, 50 levels. We got that nice floating barrier of just silverfish out there, which I think is super cool looking. I think that's actually so cool looking. Like, that's legitimately sweet. And it just rains experience down on you. The iron spear is a little bit better, because you can just hold it out there for longer. Yeah, it's not fully AFKable. But I wouldn't really recommend fully AFKing these farms anyway. And you do have to eat a lot, because we have the saturation right now. Keep that in mind. That's a lot of delay. That was a lot of delay. We're gonna need to not worry about eating. Yeah, we're gonna need to not worry about eating. Because this is ridiculous. You're not gonna be able to... You're never gonna be able to eat fast enough. You're just gonna have to take the damage. It's really not that much damage. A regen beacon would definitely outpace this. We should do that. Yeah, it's really not that much damage. Why don't Silverfish hit you when they fall? Because they're instantly dying. They're dying before they can even target us. Yeah, you can survive a pretty long time. This is just prop 4 armor. I mean, I guess it's kind of the best armor you can get, but you know. We're at 160 levels. And then as soon as you eat something, you stop taking damage. I would like to make this a system where you only have to press it once to, like, dispense the water and then, you know, put the water back out. Or, like, pick up the water. Let's go pick up a beacon, though. We're gonna go fly over to my nearest beacon, which is this full one right here. I'm pretty sure this is a full beacon, right? I didn't cheat that? No. I think I did cheat it, and then I actually needed it to be a real beacon, and then I had to, like, fill it back in. Like, legit. I might already have one. Hold up. I already have a beacon! Yo, look at that. Prepared over here. Prepared Piggo. Let's see. Iron. Just the regen 1. And there we go. We should definitely heal up first, though. And then see how this goes. Oh, what if we put the start button inside of the farm? So you press the button while you're in here to, like, turn it on. That could be kind of funny. Play on easy difficulty, you'll never die of hunger. Interesting. That is fascinating. Yeah, there's really no reason to eat. You're gonna lose so much efficiency. And we're regenning with the regen beacon too, so. Yeah, you will not be able to starve to death. Okay then. A regen beacon is kind of a big ask, but I feel like it's not that bad. It is kind of a big downside though. Do we have the other spears? We have the stone spear. How does this work? It's just like less clicking. It would be nice if we could just hold down the button though. Because like it resets, and even if you keep holding the button, it doesn't like go back out. You have to like unpress and then repress it. So slightly unfortunate there. But a stone spear would do it, guys. Oh yeah, YouTube live streams have so many ads. So do Twitch live streams though. There's like nothing I can do about it. Legitimately. YouTube just has obtained a bajillion ads now. And the revenue hasn't even gone up! There's way more ads than there used to be, and I'm not even making more money! What's happening? Something is happening! This is not how supply and demand works. It's stupid. Yeah, you could do the Oxalotl regen bug as well, but that's definitely going to get patched at some point as well. So cool stuff, everybody. I kind of like it. I think this is pretty good. So we're going to end the stream there because it is incredibly hot in here, and I should probably go eat some din-dins. some dinners, some food, some caloric intake into the face hole. So that's what we're gonna do, everyone. See all the weird phrases I can get in there at once. But thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys for the resubs and also for the super chats tonight as well. We had a couple super chats. It's fun to see. We're going to go ahead and raid Mr. Joe Hills playing on the Hermitcraft server. You guys know the deal. Drop a follow on his channel. Tell him where you came from. Hang out in the stream. And I'll catch you guys over there. And in the next one, we're going to be streaming again tomorrow. 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8:30 Eastern, late UK, and early Australian time. Very early Australian time. So normal stream time, though. And then I won't be streaming on Tuesday. But if you enjoy my live stream, then follow or subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can follow me on Twitter. You can join our Discord server. You can hang out with us on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook if you want to catch some shorts and all the good stuff. But otherwise,